he implored Jesus. He implored him earnestly, "My little daughter is at the point of death. Please come and lay your hands on her so she will get well and live." Now this father, who would have done anything humanly possible to help his daughter, had now placed his hope in Jesus to heal her. Now it could be that he had heard of what Jesus had done in Nain to raise that man, and he thought surely Jesus could help him. The word had gone all over that Jesus could heal. So Jesus, verse 24, he went off with him, and a large crowd was following him and pressing in on him. Now that's important. The crowd was pressing in on him in every direction. So he was going to the house of Jairus to heal his daughter, but there was an interruption. And this interruption, you'll recall, was at this moment, there was, let's read the scripture. Let's see. After hearing about Jesus, this is Mark 5, verse 27. After hearing about Jesus, she came up in the crowd behind him and touched his cloak. For she had heard, she thought, if I just touch his garments, I will get well. Well, immediately the flow of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her affliction. Now it's explained in Luke that she had spent all of her money on physicians, had not been helped but only grew worse, and some have speculated that she suffered from an aggravated menopause, and that was the cause of the issue of blood. But suddenly, the crowd was pressing all around Jesus, and suddenly he stopped, and he said, "Who touched me?" And his disciples replied to so many words, "How do we know? The crowd's pressing all around you. How do we know who touched you?" But Jesus knew immediately that someone had touched him as an act of faith. Well, she realized that she was caught. And, let's stay there for a moment. And so she came forward and confessed. And we read in verse, 30. I'm afraid I don't have a slide for this verse, but I'll read it. And he came to her, he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction." So she received not only a physical healing, but she received a blessing from the Lord. Now, returning to Jairus and his daughter. While all this is happening, this father is standing there